Trap More Gang, ever since 21 Savage put out his album and basically questioned the reality of the streets and the street rappers have been throwing it back in his face. And we're now seeing what seems to be tensions rising between a couple of famous street rappers from different parts of America, and 21 Savage is now into it with Fivio Foreign from New York, and he's also having a little bit of a secret back and forth with my favorite rapper, NBA Youngboy, okay? And it is now escalated to a point where I've got to talk about it. So it was only like a few days ago, really, that we ended up seeing our guy, okay, Fivio Foreign, who I'm a massive fan of, by the way, basically sparking a whole conflict with the Atlanta-based rapper 21 Savage because he hopped on Academics' interview platform Off the Record, which is a legendary platform. I've been on there maybe a couple times, actually. So shout out to Academics. But he publicly questioned 21 Savage's street credibility, okay? 21 Savage popped out talking about the streets as a lie, the streets as a myth, F the streets. It's pretty embarrassing when you're a street rapper. You done sold the streets to the people for years, enriched yourself to the tune of $100 million by your own math, and now you abandoning the streets. And Fivio Foreign, a real deal street rapper, he wasn't feeling that either. So he decided to call out 21 Savage on Academics' Off the Record show, and it led to some friction. So listen to this.
He's a street nigga. Like Future, I look at him like he a bitch magnet.
What's making you think that Savage is a street nigga?
Okay, and seriously now, the same when you
said fuck the streets.
Okay, I think he said that because he loves stuff. Honestly, the same thing you've heard about, or well, not heard. Maybe you just know. All right, the same thing I've heard about Baby when it comes to niggas he be with and how they get down. Same thing I've heard about Savage. Same. Nobody play with him. It ain't like that. Same thing. If I was to talk about Atlanta, YSL used to be on that. Baby niggas on that. Savage niggas on that. Then there's a lot of other people. You know, they always told me Migos was from Gwinnett, which I don't know what that means.
So how come 6ix9ine could diss 21 Savage so much?
Yeah, but he dissed New York niggas too. Like he be dissing New York niggas like he's going on style.
Nah, but you saying this nigga's a street nigga. Niggas don't play with him.
Yeah, but 6ix9ine wouldn't go to Atlanta and like go to, I don't know what club is popping in Atlanta. Just like he wouldn't come to, and I know he's gonna respond when he get out of jail and say I'm lying, but I don't think he would go to Starless and diss you every night for 1 week. No way. Right? Like that would be a stretch.
That would
right?
be crazy.
That would be crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't think he goes to Atlanta and go to any poppin' Atlanta club and disses Savage there. You know what I mean?
Niggas is all cap. You understand? Niggas is cap, bro. Trust me. Niggas is all cap. It's all show. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's cap.
I feel like you know something I don't know, because I'm like, look kind of real to me. I don't know. Like if you ask me now, I think Thug is living a good probation life, which he should. I've seen the.
So basically, right, Fivio is saying that 21 street credentials, it's all cap. He's not really living like that. He's not really tough like that. It's not what he portrays it to be. And I think the reason he's saying that, it's not because he's seen something of Savage. It's not because he knows that Savage's goons don't get down like that. I think he thinks it's all cap because how are you out here talking about F the streets when the streets made you? You a street rapper. You are the... At a certain point, 21 Savage was the epitome. He was the poster child of street rappers. He was the streets. So for him to say F the streets, I think that has upset quite a lot of people. And I think Fivio is really just trying to be a mouthpiece for the people that feel like Savage turned his back on the very culture that actually put him in position of power. So in response to this, 21 Savage would go absolutely crazy on his story, or basically on his social media, and he would call out Fivio Foreign, and also a lot of people felt like he was actually calling out Youngboy. So this was posted in Atlantology a few days ago. It said 21 Savage tells Fivio Foreign and NBA Youngboy to shut the F up, says they're pussy and ain't real street dudes, just rappers, and he says YB is hiding in remote locations talking shit, and he's going to put the belt on them. He is threatening real crimes against these guys, and interestingly enough, I'm not going to lie, part of me wants to say, oh, well, you know, I guess they're saying that he's not street. Fivio said he's all cap. He popping out saying that he's going to do real crimes on people. So maybe he's not cap. But then also, real G's move in silence. Hopping on social media, talking about you're going to lay belt on people doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't really make you tough. So we're going to have to see what happens. But let's listen to the clip. We'll break it down and we'll see what people thought.
Fivio Foreign, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Stop saying my motherfucking name. Don't think because a nigga trying to change that, man. Y'all niggas sit down somewhere, man. Straight up. If your ass walking around with a 38, don't say nothing to me about the street. Straight up. If your ass 35 or older, and you been trying to rap since you was goddamn 17, 16, 15, don't say nothing to me about the street. You don't know nothing about the street. You ain't did nothing in the street. Straight up. Y'all niggas keep talking about all this fuck the street shit. Savage this, savage that, savage this. Savage will slap the shit out one of y'all niggas in real life. Y'all niggas know this. Stop motherfucking playing. Don't think, cause Savage on some positive shit that is, oh, let's talk about Savage every day. Let's talk about Savage all the, nah, this ain't that. Y'all niggas still get y'all ass whooped. Straight up. Nigga around that bitch looking for clout, man. Nigga old as hell. Poor as a motherfucker. Talking about who a street nigga in another state. How the fuck can you tell a nigga from a whole nother state what they is? You don't even know no nigga. What the hell? Y'all niggas been wanting to be rappers y'all whole life. Ain't did nothing in the street. Y'all niggas ain't seen enough in the street to even feel how I feel about the street. That's where the disconnect come in at.
So he's saying that for people like Fivio, he hasn't even been in the streets long enough to even feel like F the streets. He's saying 21 saying he's got so much trauma, he's been through so much that basically no one can tell him he can't say F the streets. He really done been through street trauma, and he's basically saying nobody else is a street as me. No one else has been through it like me. Fivio really from the streets in New York. So that's cap. Right, Fivio really lost people to the streets. Fivio really been out in the streets. He's saying people have been want to be rappers their whole lives, and now they just want to talk about the streets. I feel like there is. I'm not from the streets. I'll keep it real. I'm not from the streets, but maybe that makes me qualified because I feel like guys from the streets talking about who's more from the streets. It's just very childish. It doesn't matter who's more from the streets and who's not.
I don't give a fuck about what your partners done did. I don't give a fuck about what your hood done did. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all as individuals. Y'all niggas ain't did nothing in the street, so y'all don't have no feelings towards. Y'all ain't cried enough. Y'all ain't lost enough. Straight up. Y'all niggas better stick to rapping, man. Puss ass niggas, man. Nigga dicked out. Stick a fork in it, bro. Y'all niggas be gangster as a motherfucker in Area 59, man.
So he's saying stick a fork in it, all right? He's saying it's over with, it's cooked. You guys are cooked, and he's saying you be gangster as hell in Area 59. Now, a lot of people feel like he's talking about Youngboy. He's talking about Youngboy's hiding out in Utah. He's all over the world. He's in remote locations, but he's dissing. He's making fun of people. He is basically, you know, pressing the line about this whole thing with 21 and the streets. And, you know, a lot of people feel like that's who he's talking about people in Area 59 acting all gangster and acting all tough.
Remote location ass niggas, man. Nigga ain't seen y'all niggas in 30 years.
Saying, I haven't seen you in 30 years. Now, Youngboy has been on house arrest for damn near 5 years, 4 or 5 years. He hasn't been able to be outside. Then he went to jail. Youngboy used to be outside with this guy probably like 6, 7 years ago. And I've talked about it in previous videos. Now he's talking about, oh, I ain't seen you in all these years. I feel like you should watch what he's saying, to be honest with you, because Youngboy a real one. And you were cool with Youngboy back in the day. Don't get mad because you was taking sides with Dirk and that didn't pan out. And now you want to get mad at everybody else. You're talking about F the streets and buying albums. Tell you what. Youngboy ain't fake his album sales. Youngboy's album sales were real, authentic.
They keep trying to take the way a nigga words some shit to make it, to go at or diss a nigga, cause y'all been wanted, been hating. I don't know what the hell y'all niggas motives be. Y'all nigga be acting like y'all wanna suck dick. Always talking about another nigga. Y'all bitch ass up, nigga. If I take my belt off, nigga. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Everybody tough now. Fivio foreign, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Puss ass nigga.
It's ironic, right? You're talking about, oh, everybody tough now, everybody tough talking on the internet. You're literally on the internet talking about you're going to take your belt off and put belt to people. Where are you? What remote location are you in? I can't see no location. You're in the pitch black dark. We don't know where you are. We can hear the Hellcat engine. Cool. But it's like, bro, like, you talking about take your belt off. Okay, well, it was F the streets. Now you're saying you're going to take your belt. I'm waiting to see you take the belt off. I'm not condoning the violence. You said F the streets. Now it's save the streets. Now you're going to take the belt off. So you're the one talking all this gangster stuff. Fivio said you're cap. We're gonna have to see if somebody doesn't get belt soon. I'm not condoning it and I'm not stoking it, but you're basically so upset that somebody said that your gangster is Cap because you're out here talking about F the streets, save the streets, backtrack him. Why are you even pushing this image? Why not be the bigger person? Well, the reason why he can't be the bigger person because clearly this upset him. Clearly this upset him and it hit him in the feels right. Now listen to the comments. They're basically saying the same thing. It says, F the streets continues to threaten street stuff. Okay. Saying that shit had to be because their album sales was low, collectively putting attention back on them with a fake movement. Lol, it was the right move, wrong message. It was a move simply because they were moving the goalpost with Doug. Atlanta going out so bad in the span of 2 years. Damn, hate to see it. A belt ain't street, it's in-house. And so this was a response from Fivio. It said, I said what I said, no back and forth with the dude who said F the streets. He a bitch, eat a D, pussy, at 21 Savage. He actually atted him. Savage. It says he's standing on it as he should. You can't say F the streets and then talk all this tough guy stuff. It says, yeah, you can. A dude ain't got to be street to be tough. You can say F the streets. That don't mean you let anybody disrespect you, but you disrespected the streets. Now, people are laughing when he said stick a fork in it, bro. That is funny. I got to give it to Savage. He's a funny guy, man. So I hate how everybody that tried to disagree with 21 is just being mad dense. They know what the F he meant by his statement, and he ain't wrong at all. The black community prioritizes stupid stuff, and that's why we'll always be in last place. Now, that's an interesting perspective. It says the only people really going at him for this on some dumb stuff is stupid street dudes. MFs with sense may have doubted because he did it when his album dropped, but nobody thought the actual message was bad. People saying, me, fuck him, right? A lot of people thought the message was bad. He said, what other rapper is hiding out in remote locations talking shit besides Youngboy? Youngboy just dissed Savage about F the streets movement from a remote location. You dudes need to learn how to read in between the lines. Dudes will diss you and not say your name. Dudes know who Savage is talking about aside from Fivio. People saying, I didn't hear Youngboy name, but you said Fivio. He says he mentions rappers walking around with 38s, talking shit from remote locations. Youngboy's a 38 baby. Utah, clearly that's Youngboy. He just won't say his name. Now, it's ironic, right? It's ironic. He was realistically too scared to say Youngboy's name, but he had the confidence to come right at 21 Savage. I feel like that was interesting. If someone said, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought real street dudes don't engage in internet back and forth. So that's what I thought as well, but apparently they do. Apparently the realest, toughest street guys hop online for about 3 minutes in the pitch black dark and talk about how they're going to take their belt off. Now, Fivio clapped back. We already saw this, but let's see some of the comments and the responses. People saying Fivio's almost 40 and was out here calling Pop Smoke his big bro. I see people saying that about him all the time. But at the end of the day, man, he was locked in with Pop Smoke. They was from the same conglomerate of street crews, okay? People are hating on Fivio, all right? They're saying they're mad at him. But Fivio did his thing. I respect Fivio. I feel like he actually had a very, very good run of the rap drill New York, Bronx, not Bronx, but like the New York, Brooklyn drill movement. I do actually think Fivio is a good rapper. I feel like he really is from the streets. He's really from that background. If you want to go and watch the video that I did a full breakdown of his story, basically like just explaining how he essentially, you know, he came from this really big gang war, the Woos versus the Chews, or the Chos, or how you want to say it, the Chos, Woo versus Cho. People be getting on me for saying it wrong. But anyway, basically, after this, okay, Fivio would then respond to 21 Savage's subliminal diss even further by posting up his current girlfriend Lato's XXL throwback, all right? He posted this with a blue Crip love heart emoji, all right? People saying, I deadass forgot about this. Oh, shit, women will always be the cause of war. So he definitely disrespected him with this. I don't want to get in trouble for playing this. I'm going to play it fast.
I ain't even fuck a rap nigga yet, but if Fivio want to, then I ain't gonna pass on.
Oh, no. So she said, look, I ain't F a rap dude yet, but if Fivio want it, I'm not going to pass on. So 21 Savage's girlfriend is literally out here rapping about how she wants Fivio's D. That is a bad look. Saying he up one. He up one. Savage got to get back. Savage said he was going to take the belt off. I didn't realize he meant he was going to take Fivio's belt off for Lato. That's crazy. They're saying this is what it's like having girls these days. Humiliation rituals since 2020. Gang, stop cuffing these girls. Who's that? Is that Little Jeff? I made that same face. That's a crazy. I can't believe that he's actually got that. Back when Lato was trying to squeeze some ass out of her B-side, okay? That is actually crazy. That one's savage. Now, 21 Savage would clap back once again. He would share a clip of Fivio Foreign's child's mother making questionable allegations about the rapper's private life. Now, this has been going around for quite some time, okay? 21 Savage basically posted Fivio's bitter BM calling him a member of the rainbow conglomerate of gangs, let's just say he's rocking that rainbow flag. I'm not saying he is, but that's what she was saying. But from what I understand, this was a disgruntled baby mother basically putting out a bunch of nonsense to try and hurt his feelings. But just for fairness, let's take a look.
On history, it was gay shit. It was mad gay shit on his porn history.
besides the porn history, this has been happening for like 2 years already. And I have a gay best friend for those who don't know. While we fucking, this happened for 2 years already. While we fucking, he will fuck up. As in, the first couple times, I just thought like he was just fucking up. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm saying fuck up as in, you know, we talk when we fuck. We talk nasty. So instead of saying like, this my pussy, like he'll say this my dick or give me that dick. Like, you know, it. And at first, I was like, oh, you know, maybe because I'm saying dick, he's probably saying dick after me, confusing it. Like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like, you know, I never experienced no shit like that. Like, deal with a DL nigga, like nothing. And I was just, maybe he's confusing it. That's it, like nothing. No.
Man, look, there ain't really too much to it. Let's be real. There ain't really too much to it. But like, this is obviously getting vicious. So this is the new era of rappers. Instead of dropping fire diss tracks on each other, they just subliminal each other on Instagram all day long. People saying, not to defend Fivio, but this don't mean nothing. Everyone knows once you hurt a girl, you're either broke, gay, or you meet small. So I'm taking this with a grain of salt, okay? I feel it. I feel it, all right? Even 20, so they pulling up 21 Savage's own lyrics. He's saying, you a duck if you believe what the hoes say. Same dude that said this, though, all right? It's about disrespect, not the truth. Same way Fivio posted what Lato said. She said it for the bars or to flex whoever she with on a song. Not real. 21 and Fivio just disrespected each other, throwing contempt each other's way. And that is what it is at this point, okay? But interestingly enough, after this, 21 would keep giving the proverbial belt, if by belt you mean social media posts, and he would then take aim at Fivio's literacy skills, which they're not tip-top, let's be real. I think 21 Savage could probably beat Fivio in a spelling bee. It is what it is, okay? And I like Fivio, but definitely the spelling bee, the spelling C, as we'll call it, is probably not going to hit for him, okay? So he mocked his grammar and spelling in a series of posts, which went around. He said, at Fivio Foreign, let me hear you read a full page of a Harry Potter book right now, and I'll give you 100K. Now, I don't know if Fivio needs that 100K right now, but you might want to take that offer. That's quite a good offer. People saying if I was Fivio, I would do it, because 100K is 100K. Ask for a page, not even a chapter. I'm going to that one page that only has a paragraph because the next page is the start of a new chapter, right? Got to let him pick the page. They're saying, bro is not 50 Cent, all right? I wish the offer was for everybody. I'm sure everyone in here could use 100K right now, right? Saying, why did he post this? They're beefing. Now, for context, okay, just to give you a bit of context as to why Fivio is getting so much hate for his literacy. If anyone's followed Fivio Foreign on social media, they'll know that this guy's spelling is at a 0 grade level, okay? He's infamous amongst his fans for his unique and often correct spelling. Miami. I just got back from Miami myself, right? Miami, Florida. All right, you just pulled up from Miami, Florida. All right, this is a whole Houston. Now, I actually believe there's been a few times I've seen these, and I think he's doing this clickbait because every time he does this, it goes viral. All right, this is a compilation of Fabio's terrific literacy skills. Houston, right? Houston. So he and Houston, okay. It's Erection Day. Now, he might have done this one on purpose, okay, for America. Sometimes you wake up, you don't realize, you didn't check your calendar, you're like, oh shit, it's Erection Day after all right? He went on a safari, he said that's a sneaky ass giraffe, right? Pulled up on the giraffes. So this is Fivio. He can't even spell his own name, all right? Or is that Fivio? Maybe it is spelled like that. He stands with Jewish people, right? No cap. No cap, no kizzy, all right? At least spell cap. Here's another one. You better stay vitamin C'd up because my immune system strong as F. That shut caught me. Bro, someone take this man's phone. He manages to invent new typos. Erection Day is killing me. He's a modern day Shakespeare. This is the same guy who wrote his off the grid verse. It is hilarious, all right? So look, we understand why 21, and if anything, this is a kind of a lighthearted beef. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real. This is better than taking off your belt and murdering somebody. But now Young Thug has jumped in too, right, to save 21 Savage and Lato, asking for Fivio Foreign's BM's info, right? He's saying, I need the info for the baby mama. Is he going to save Atlanta from the New York Crips? People saying, Young Thug came through with a message that send me his baby mama's info. I must let my little bro see what's going, all right? Now, Young Thug, you'd be better just keeping your nose clean and staying out of these things because you've been through enough recently, let's be real. You've been through enough, all right? New York finally getting the beef they wanted with the city. Okay, Atlanta is down bad right now, all right? People saying you don't know how to shut the F up. Thug finna get hate for this, all right? We are done hearing from Thug for a bit. Confidential informant, tag team chat. This is what I mean. Thug, you popping out to try and defend it? Yep, it all goes left for you. It's not a good look, right? Definition of F that hoe for me 5 is crazy. But the most important person of all, in my opinion, is Youngboy. And Youngboy did allegedly respond to 21 Savage, calling him out for talking shit from Area 59. Okay, they're saying Youngboy 7X, 7 bodies. I thought he had 19 bodies. Response to 21 Savage, 0 bodies. No bodies on him whatsoever. All right, 0. All right. Kentrell, he responded, he said, or what? What are you going to do? Take that belt off. Now, this is a man, all right, on top of the mountain, looking down on all these people hating on him. He will get you knocked off. He will get you zipped. All right, you got to be careful. People said 0x, me too. All right, I'm 0x2 in these streets. For those who didn't know, this is where YB got the or what shit from. And this is basically someone saying he got 24 hours to, Soulja Boy saying he got 24 hours to delete that tweet. 21 Savage said, or what? All right, so Youngboy coming with a deep cut. This is a deep reference. So now y'all was saying he's still 4L though. Been told you they don't F with each other. Now, I also been told you that Youngboy and 21 do not rock with each other, okay? They're saying YBD Riders are the funniest people, man. The same ones who say he got Von killed. Don't Savage got a self-defense hat? I thought I seen that somewhere. I need to look into that. I didn't know that. Is that true? All right, so I just Googled it. I'm not seeing anything super substantial, okay? People are saying they don't know. They're making little jokes about it. But there's not anything substantial. There's a little bit of info over here just on, like, has 21 killed anyone in self-defense? Or we're just seeing that basically, you know, that 21 Savage's friend passed away. And he talks a little bit about the no-plug bankroll fresh shooting. But as far as I'm aware, 21 Savage doesn't have a self-defense body that I'm aware of. But if he does, we're going to need to hear about that. We're going to need to hear about that in a song or some lyrics. And to be honest, for all of the street stuff that you're talking about he's going to put belt on people. I think if that was true, he would have been rapped about it. But hey, I could be wrong. But at the end of the day, okay, I do feel like 21 Savage is unfortunately going through an identity crisis just like Young Thug was. I feel like he is putting his energy out in the wrong directions. If it's F the streets and if it's save the streets, now you're talking about you're going to put belt on people from a different city. You're talking about how tough you are. I just don't think it's a great look. And I feel like his album was a bit disappointing. I would have liked to have seen more from that album. I would have liked to have seen him. Like, I think if you really did an album and you actually did abandon the streets and you actually got on some shit where you're talking about, like, make a whole album about how the streets actually is corrupt and is a giant lie. Make a whole album about how you actually feel bad for pushing the streets for all of these years and contributing to the death and destruction of your own community. Talk about that. Don't talk about jump out with your bitch over and over and over again. It's boring. We've heard that before. Don't talk about how you're going to break content creators' MacBooks for calling out hypocrisy in a billion-dollar industry that essentially sells death and destruction and negativity to people, and then kind of hides their hand when accountability comes knocking. I love rap music. I love gangster rap music, and I do feel like someone like 21 Savage, it's like, for him to say F the streets in the position that he's in was quite hypocritical, but then for him to backtrack because it didn't really go down the way that he wanted, I do feel like that was just like such an unfortunate case of like the mask slipping and us realizing like he'd say anything to get the album moving, right? Like he'd abandon the streets. He don't care about the streets. He'll protect people having interrogation tapes, even though he made a whole song about how snitches and rats are literally the worst thing you could possibly be. But if it's your friend, the morals will bend and fold and break and go in a different direction. The goalpost will move for your own benefit. So I do feel like that was disappointing. I do feel like this situation, again, it's just a thing of just like, are you a real gangster? Real G's move in silence, but you're on here talking about you're going to take your belt off and deliver belt to people in a different city. And how can you in good conscience talk about you in Area 59 talking shit? You in Atlanta talking shit about a guy in New York? You doing the same thing? You in Area 58? So what are we doing here? Fly to New York. I want to see you on Fivio Foreign's block. Fly to Brooklyn. Pop your shit in front of the Pop Smoke mural. Then we'll actually be like, oh shit, okay, maybe you're really going to put belt on people. But you're talking about F the streets, then you're talking about people in Area 59 making disses. You in Area 59.1. You're in the Atlanta area, Zone 7. So I don't know, man. My MacBook's still intact. If I run into 21 Savage, I know it's going to be a problem. But I do feel like everyone should just take a hard look in the mirror and just focus on making good music and being honest. And I feel like the first rapper that pops out and actually makes a genuine album introspectively talking about F the streets. Like, the streets are messed up, man. I don't condone the streets. I don't condone the violence. I feel like there's so much of what gets pushed in rap music that we're interested in. We want to study it. We want to follow it. But it's like, he nearly landed something respectable with F the streets, and then backtracking, it was almost like you got the worst of both worlds. You trashed the people that put you there, and then the people that you was trying to protect, the next generation that you were trying to sway away from the streets, you didn't even follow through with giving them the support they needed to say, no, F the streets. You shouldn't do that in the next generation. He said, no, you should still do that. Still crash out. You should still crash out and lay belt to ass and buy my album. It's crazy, man. But look, all right, I'm going to let you know how this story develops. I think Youngboy will diss 21 Savage in a more comprehensive way soon, and you know I'm here for it. But anyway, stay safe out there, man, and avoid the streets. I wouldn't say F the streets, because it's not my place to say it, but definitely avoid them. See you next time.